The 10 News Weather Authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Hello, everyone. In the last 24 hours, the bulk of the rain that has fallen was off towards our north and west in parts of Pennsylvania and West Virginia. If we go ahead and take some samples of the higher rain totals out in western Pennsylvania, including parts of Pittsburgh, getting up towards 2.5 inches, and in West Virginia around 2.1. Closer to us, a lot of them came in at around to reduce the flooding risk somewhat through the night. Instead of flood or storm or tornado risk, all we have today is a wind advisory. And considering a high wind warning would technically be the next level up, this is actually kind of in the middle of things, which works in our favor that even while it is still breezy, it's not as problematically windy as it could be. South side is actually excluded from that wind advisory for the most part. Our winds are still breezy through the afternoon. Even after 7 p.m. when they start to come down, they're still rather intense. We have plenty of wind through midnight, and by the time you're waking up on Saturday, a lot of our winds are still up towards 30 miles per hour. So with temperatures falling down towards the 40s, we are going to feel even cooler. Expect a lot of wind chills in the 30s. That gets better as the day goes on, but we still have wind into the afternoon. Once we get to about 8 p.m. on Saturday, that's when we really start to see everything change around. Temperature-wise, we're pretty stable through the day. There's a lot of moisture and cloud cover to prevent heat from getting in, but also to prevent us from losing any. So we stay pretty close to the 60 mark till about 7 p.m. and even after that, pretty close to the mid-50s. Shower activity is going to be a little bit more pronounced in the afternoon than it was this morning. From about 3 to 10 p.m., we still have some of that rainfall coming through. That will wrap up as we get into the evening, and then we're looking at pretty dry conditions for a lot of Saturday. That will combine with warm air coming in from our south to push temperatures to the 60s and even 70s in south side. More warm air on Sunday means higher temperatures there too. Lots of us getting into the 80s with even more heat to come later in the week. Now we still have wind to go with that. Saturday's gusts, while not quite as high as today's, are still enough that it's going to be an issue for a lot of folks. And then on Sunday, the winds start to come down. It's still there, but a lot better than it was to end this week. As the week keeps on going, we're going to see a change in our pattern that calms down our wind and switches the high pressure towards us. That's going to bring in plenty of warmth for Sunday, putting us above average. And we stay above average through Monday, Tuesday, and into Wednesday. A lot of our temperatures are going to end up getting to around 60 today, with Roanoke right at 62, and overnight falling back down into the 40s. But like I was saying earlier, with that wind, it's going to feel colder than that. Roanoke's at 47 for the low and Bedford at 49. Most of our temperatures are going to warm up to around 80 degrees as we get into the week, as we start the next one, and our temperatures are going to stay there pretty consistently. Even as we have showers and a few isolated storms, don't think they're going to bring much of a severe risk next week.